We went out to people, we did our surveys, we spoke to a lot many people, and we worked in two organizations together before in Ola and Google, and that's how it came into our mind, and we decided to step into the market.
आपके हाथ की मुट्ठी के ऊपर अगर रेत रख दी जाए, आप उसको कितना भी मुट्ठी जितनी तेज बांधोगे, रेत उतनी स्पीड से बाहर आएगी.
Hi everyone, my name is Hemant Bardwaj and you are watching our new series, The Strategy Sandbox. Today, we have with us the co-founder of 88 Gravity, Adarsh Srivastav. Hello sir, welcome to our new series sir.
Thank you so much. Hi Hemant, and hi everyone watching, viewers from all across. So this is an amazing initiative that has been taken by 88 Gravity team, and I must appreciate the efforts the team is bringing on, to share the experience that we are living here at 88 Gravity all across to everybody, all of you, all around the world. So yeah, I'm really blessed and privileged to be part of this series, Hemant.
Thank you so much. And now I want to ask, if you could give us a brief introduction about you. How did 88 happen, and then what were you doing before it?
So it was an accidental form, I would say. I would not say that it was a planned thing that 88 Gravity happened. It was something which was never planned, and it happened suddenly. That you said co-founder, so yes, of course it is being co-founded by another person who is equally involved in the activity since day one. While we worked together in two organizations, he was my reporting manager there, and we worked in two organizations together before in Ola and Google. And while being in Google, we realized some potential which I surely cannot disclose you on the camera, but yes, there was something which happened and which clicked to our mind that all right, if this is the thing, that means that this industry has a lot of scope in the market. And that's how it came into our mind, and we decided to step into the market. As any business, you would not like to just get into that. We also did our market study. We went out to people, we did our surveys, we spoke to a lot many people and understand that how they're experiencing digital marketing before we arrived in the market. And that's how we've got the pain point, we've got the nerves, and we decided that okay, now we'll work on all these pain points which we have received during our survey and speaking to the multiple brand owners, multiple business owners, and we decided to step into it and decided to open an agency which is now here blooming into 6th year of the business successfully for you.
I want to ask, I was researching about you and I saw that you were working at Google as well. How was leaving Google and then shifting to this, because this is also again a big step, and it's not easy to leave such a big MNC and then start on something of your own from zero. So how was that?
I would rather say that leaving any job is not easy, because you are there, you have such comfort, you have such people, you have an environment to be at. It has always been a privilege, it has always been an honor for me to work with any company that I have worked with, carrying over a decade of experience with me, running into my 34th year of age. It always had given me a spark while working with any company, that I always worked as that this company is mine only, and that's how I worked. Now, how this spark came into this company is that while working at Google, I believe that it has made me a little lethargic. It has made me feel that okay, I'm in my comfort zone, and I as an individual do not like to be in comfort zone. I always like to challenge things. I always like to going out beyond my reach and limits and reach out for something which is probably a bit far from me, and I would like to grasp it and feel that okay, I have achieved something, and then probably look for a bigger target. And that's how it came into the mind to get into something and get that challenge in the hand.
At Google, you were handling the accounts. How different the work you were doing at Google is different than what you're doing at 88 Gravity?
I believe fundamental has remained same everywhere I work, be it in my first job, be it in my last job, be it here at 88 Gravity also. It has been very similar to what I have been doing in my previous organization and jobs, wherein managing people, managing businesses. It is all about your management, it is all about the communication, it is all about how you take your task forward. And that is how I have been doing successfully there in Google, also with my clients with whom I worked for a lot of accounts, and managing their brands in United States, and making sure that they are reaching to the heights, they are generating business and they're generating leads. And that's how I carried forward that trend here in 88 Gravity also.
Okay, now you have been since 6 years almost in this business, and this space, the digital marketing, is changing at a very fast pace. What do you think the other businesses should keep on check? What could be the next big thing, or what could be the next big trend that could be coming?
I would say that adaptation is something which is required in any business to grow. If you're not adaptive, so for example, if you're living in 2024 and the time says that you have to adapt to a latest version of Excel and you're still operating in Excel 2003, it won't work for you. So adaptiveness is something which keeps your business growing always. So you have to be adaptive at times, at challenges, whatever is coming on. For an example, 2 years back we were operating as for content writing as manual. Now while ChatGPT has been introduced, we still go for the manual content writing because we cannot rely on ChatGPT for certain SEO prospect, and we will talk in our upcoming series when we talk about SEO in detail. But we take that ample help which we used to do while doing our research, toggling to multiple websites to find out the relevant content. Now you don't need that. Just put in some remarks, some description on ChatGPT and AI. It gives you everything at one go, and then probably you can take inferences from there and create your own blog according to your SEO needs. So yeah, to answer to your question, adaptability.
Okay, and tell me something about like how you allocate the resources in your company, or other companies should do that. How much content should go out in a week, or on, we can talk about either of the platform, whether it's blog or the social medias. What do you think, like how do you take it as a forward, or like look it?
So it will be a very contradictory statement if I take two ways, because again at times you have to decide that what approach you want to take it. So initial first 5 years I have been macro managing things. I've been to everything in last 5 years, be it a creative, be it a calendar, be it a social media post, be it a ad. But now when I have found few pillars, I've decided to move on to look after some more things which are probably more important than that when you see. So now to answer to your question, how I do it, the one mantra that I follow in my life while hiring anybody is that you can work on their skills, you cannot work on their wills. So you have to identify people who have wills. Skill is secondary for me. So that is what I keep saying to my people in my organization, that if you don't perform, I'll still support you. But if you don't show me the will to perform, I cannot help. And that is how I've been operating, and that has been the success mantra that I've been following with people, and it is very successful for me even in interviews. And that is a secret that I'm telling to people to get into the 88 gravity, that answer that question, that will is more important than skill, you're selected with us.
Okay, and now you have been like almost 6 years, as I said it earlier. You might be having a lot of clients and client dealings and as well. I want to ask if you could give us, I'm not sure if you could take the name of the company or not. If you could give me some case study, like how did you change or the brand strategy, or what you did.
So there has been numerous case studies that is with us. I would say the USP with us is consistency. The USP with us is that the client comes and never goes, and that is what shows the incredible value that we bring to our client's life, wherein the day we join, we consider us not as a vendor first, and that is my first concern to a client, that please do not consider me as a vendor and do not onboard me as a vendor. Please consider me as your partner, as your consultant, as your marketing department only. And that's how I incline my team also to gel up with the team who's there at on site with the client side, and there the relationship starts, managing and understanding the thing from the grassroots, understanding that if the budget is going, you should feel that okay, if the budget is going extra and that is a spend to your kitty, you should feel for it as an agency, that okay, you have spent something which was not required for my client, and you show that concern to client that hey, this has been done, it was not supposed to be done. So understanding and having that feeling that the brand is yours can change the whole picture. And that's how we have been able to come up with a lot of success stories where we have started with brands with, let's say, 25 cr kind of a revenue, and now the brand in 4-5 years have reached to at least 8 times towards 200-300 cr revenue a year. I would not say that everything has happened because of 88 gravity or us being on board, but I would say that it has been a continuous effort that both parties have put in together to make sure that the marketing is truly aligned with the sales objective, with the organization's objective, with the founder's objective. So I align myself with the goal of a founder at the opposite end to make sure that I meet to his expectation every time.
That's incredible, like taking a brand from 25 cr to the 8 times in 4-5 years. It's not an easy job, I can just imagine about. I want to ask, how do you manage the relations with the clients? And sometimes what's gonna work and they do not know, and like, do you do what you think is right, or like sometimes client says like, no, I do not want this, or like how do you tackle with that situation?
Interesting. It happens many times with me when client walks up and says that I need that. I have always a disclaimer here. So I am not somebody who would go ahead and accept everything what client says at times, because I would have my ideation to tell my client what is right for their brand to do. But at the end, if client is insisting on something, I go ahead and say that okay, go ahead and do that, but results are not guaranteed at my end. So I only take guarantee on the results when they listen to me. So that is something which I operate as a way and a method to operate. Now, how I manage clients is that I believe quality over quantity. So, having a team of 50 plus here in the office, I don't have 100 clients. Trust me, I'm happy to manage 30-35 clients at one go. But the agenda is to, take one client to that level where they bloom and, we all are
occupied, and that's how we have been able to grow ourselves, maybe 50 times the result, the ROS that we have driven the time we started.
Next, I want to ask, do you maintain relations with the clients outside the business as well? Do you try to do that, or like what do you feel about it? Should anyone do it or not do it?
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा सवाल है, और क्योंकि ये दिल से बहुत जुड़ा है तो मैं इसीलिए हिंदी पे आ गया, बिकॉज कई बारी ना जो चीजें दिल से आती हैं वो आपको दिल से बोलनी चाहिए. आई हैव नेवर चेज्ड एनीथिंग एज मनी, क्लाइंट और बिजनेस. आई हैव ऑलवेज चेज्ड माय रिलेशंस. And it is not only about I have chased my relations with client, I have chased my relations with my peers also, with my colleague also, with my teammates also, with people here at 88 Gravity also. So anybody whom I have been in touch and who knows me personally is always connected with me, and that is how I keep my relationship. So it is not that till the time आप मेरे साथ business कर रहे हैं, आप मुझे एक चेक हर महीने काट के मेरे अकाउंट में दे रहे हैं, तब तक मैं आपका दोस्त हूँ या मैं आपका शुभचिंतक हूँ. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. मैं आपके साथ उसके बाद भी हूँ, क्योंकि आई बिलीव दैट द वर्ल्ड इज सो स्मॉल. तो आपको लोग ना घूम फिर के उस चक्र में कहीं ना कहीं दोबारा जरूर मिलते हैं. एंड आई एम अ फर्म बिलीवर ऑफ कर्मा एट द सेम टाइम. सो आई बिलीव कि कई बार आप किसी चीज के पीछे ज्यादा भागो तो वो चीज आपसे उतनी दूर भागती है. सो आई डोंट चेज क्लाइंट्स, आई डोंट चेज मनी. Rather, I chase relationship, and I chase the change which is required in atmosphere and in people around, and that's how things turn out well for me.
Exactly sir, ये तो मेरे साथ भी हुआ है कि जिस चीज को मैंने बहुत ज्यादा चेज किया है, whether be money or my relations with किसी के साथ भी, वो they have been.
नहीं, किसी के साथ नहीं है. You be honest, of course. relation कहाँ होगा? But
like with my family as well, like
that's reality.
वो उतना ही दूर जाता है, and then sometimes when I think हाँ ठीक है जा रहा है बस जाने दो.
So Hemant, in person of course we're doing that podcast, but आपके हाथ की मुट्ठी के ऊपर अगर रेत रख दी जाए, आप उसको कितना भी मुट्ठी जितनी तेज बांधोगे, रेत उतनी स्पीड से बाहर आएगी. So that is how your relationship and your business is, that you have to keep everything open, and जिसको रहना होगा वो रहेगा और जिसको जाना होगा वो जाएगा.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मेरा इसी से जुड़ा था कि लाइक अदर देन फाइनेंशियल, आपको क्या ग्रोथ यू फील आपकी हुई है सिंस यू हैव co-founded 88 Gravity?
So everybody grows at times. सब टाइम के साथ बढ़ते हैं. Everybody gains something. What I would say is that I have achieved to control myself more than I was controlling myself before, because I believe that the biggest thing that you can achieve in your life is controlling yourself, because if you control yourself, you can control everything which is in surrounding. Now if in detail I talk about it, that if you control yourself, you know that if your client is furious, how to handle that situation, how to react and respond to that, how to make sure that he does not feel offended, and your business is also safe at certain situation when things are not good. If you know how to control yourself, you know how to react when your teammates do something which is disaster, which is not acceptable, but how make sure that you take that situation up from there when things are not deteriorated. So controlling myself over a period of time in a better way, that is what I have learned more, and that is the most successful thing that anybody else can do at any point of time, not in business but everywhere.
अभी आपने controlling yourself वाली बात करी, गुस्सा आता आपको?
बहुत, और ये लोगों को नहीं पता.
और वो मैनेज कैसे करते हो आप?
That is what I said, controlling myself. So that is a natural process. If you are a man, if you have hormones, that the anger is a general process which happens, and it is the people call it as a identity of a manhood, and it is natural. It should happen. Now anger within yourself is good, but anger which is harming somebody, which is coming with a reaction which reflects negativity, which is reaching out to people and spreading a negative message, which is a bad thing. So anger within yourself, anger which is for a positive thing is good. किसी के साथ गलत हो रहा है और आपको गुस्सा ना आए और आप उसको देख के निकल जाओ, वहां पे वो गुस्सा जायज है. बट आप अपनी किसी चीज के लिए किसी से कोई बात मनवाना चाह रहे हो, वो बात आपको ना मिली और आप फिर गुस्सा होके बैठो, तो वो गुस्सा नाजायज है. तो गुस्सा ठीक है, बट गुस्से के जो पहलू हैं वो देखने वाली बात है कि एंगर आप कहाँ कर रहे हो.
बट कंट्रोल कैसे करते हो? लाइक गुस्सा तो कि वो सडनली आ जाता है.
Again.
हैप्पीनेस का कि इफ समथिंग हैपेंस वो आप खुश हो जाओगे, बट गुस्सा तो it's a sudden
so
thing.
I don't react to non practical things. So लोगों को लगता है कि ये गुस्सा मेरा कंट्रोल, ये है कि मैं हर उस जायज गुस्से पे जो लेजिट है उस पे मेरा कोई कंट्रोल नहीं, और मैं कंट्रोल करता भी नहीं हूँ. आई रिएक्ट टू दैट कंप्लीटली फुल ऑन. बट जो नाजायज गुस्सा है, जहाँ पे मेरे गुस्सा होने की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है, या शायद वो एक नेगेटिव एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट करेगा, वहां पे मैं गुस्सा क्यों होऊंगा? तो I have now controlled that thing by practicing, and that is one thing that I would say that control करने की क्या इलाज क्या है या तरीका क्या है, and that is practice.
Are you a spiritual guy? क्योंकि मैंने सुना है जो कंट्रोलिंग गुस्सा और वो सब बोलते हैं, like they do meditate a lot. Do you do also that or या नहीं?
I am a spiritual guy. I do meditate, but the definition of meditation जो दुनिया को पता है वो मेरे लिए बिल्कुल अलग है. So I follow a different kind of meditation wherein I don't need anything which you require a kind of a place and then sit silent. Probably you're having mantra and you're doing om and all. You don't need that. Meditation is something to calm your mind, to make your mind understand the situation, to make your mind capable to be ready for any challenges, any situation which is coming in life. So there are two things that needs to be followed here. That एक कहावत है कि अगर आप कभी हद से ज्यादा खुश हैं और आपके अंदर हद से ज्यादा ईगो आ रहा है या किसी बात का आपको अभिमान हो रहा है या घमंड हो रहा है, तो आप हमेशा अपने से ऊपर वाले बंदे को देखो जो बहुत अच्छा कर रहा हो. आपका अभिमान बिल्कुल चूर हो जाएगा. आपको लगेगा अरे यार मैं तो इसके सामने कुछ भी नहीं. और अगर आपको कभी लगे कि हाय मेरी लाइफ में कुछ है ही नहीं, मैंने तो क्या ही किया है, मेरी तो उम्र ही निकल गई है, अब मुझे कैसे होगा, मैं आगे कैसे जाऊंगा, तो हमेशा अपने से नीचे वाले को देखो जो आपसे ज्यादा स्ट्रगल कर रहा हो. यू विल बी सेटिस्फाइड विद दैट सिचुएशन. सो मे बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट सिचुएशन is the biggest meditation that anybody can do, and not understanding, adapting it also, making sure that you adhere to it is what is required in life, and nothing bigger than this is the meditation.
Great. On that note, I want to ask one last question. Ki you have anything to say to our viewers, or you want to give any advice or anything you want to say?
I would say that we have just started and it is our first series, first episode that we are launching with the series, new series. There'll be a lot of more gossips, interesting things, a lot of things which will be a mix of marketing strategies, emotions, management, leadership, and many more. So now Hemant would be coming up with a lot of these great ideas, and we would talk more into subject matter. We would dig out every subject in detail in our coming series in coming months and coming days. I would say that stay tuned with us, and over to you, Hemant.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time. And this was Adarsh Srivastav, and a lot of more episodes coming out soon. Stay tuned. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.